Hi guys, well I thought I would do a car tour and organization of my new car. I did this for my old car, which was a Lincoln MKX. And you guys really seem to like that, and I get a lot of questions when I vlog in this car about what kind of car it is. So I've had this a year and a half, bought it brand new, and it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, and I'll tell you some of the features it has on it, but just kind of wanted to show you what it looks like. I just washed it. Being white, it's a little hard to keep the bugs off the front, but I do love it. It drives super smooth. Probably one of my favorite cars I've ever had, So this is what the inside looks like. And I like because my old car had the two-tone and this one does as well, so I really like that. I definitely wanted the light interior again. I had that before. It has, you know, the power seats, memory for two people. I always keep this in here. It's a little microfiber cloth because sometimes you can't tell the dash when it gets dusty and it being dark. So sometimes I have to wait till I'm almost in the sun. And if I'm at, you know, a stoplight or stop somewhere in a parking lot, I'll just get that out and kind of dust over everything real quick. But again, the carpets are black, so it's a little hard to keep those clean. And I'm sorry, I know there's a shadow the way the sun is this time of day, but I wanted to get it right now while I just washed it or I'd forget. And it does have heated and cooled seats. That was something I definitely wanted because I had cooled seats in my last one and we definitely loved that. So this is what the console looks like. Again, this being black, it's a little hard to keep this clean. I always just keep some change in there. I love these cup holders. These are probably the best cup holders of any car I've ever had. And that actually lights up when it's dark out. And then this opens up in here and you just have, you know, like your USB ports and things in there. And I'll turn it on when I pull in the garage and show you what the screen looks like. But I love the screen, and the backup camera is amazing. It's so big. I can see better in the backup camera than I can me just trying to look around. Here's the steering wheel. So it does have the adaptive cruise control. So on most cars, this will be blank if it doesn't have that. This pretty much has every single option you could get on it. It was kind of hard finding this with the white and the light interior and all the options on it without upgrading to the Overland. But when I looked at the Overland, they pulled one up to me and set it kind of just nose to nose. It looked too much like a car to me and kind of what I was coming from, and I wanted a little bit more rugged look again. I'd had a bigger SUV years ago and I loved it, so I wanted to go back to that. So again, this is what the front looks like. So this is what the back looks like. I have never ridden back here, but my in-laws and my parents have, and they both say it is very, very comfortable. The seats are very soft. You have the controls back here that your backseat passengers can control on their own. I always have this laying here so I can just reach around and grab it easily. And then of course I have this when I'm vlogging in the car. I'll put that up on the windshield. So this is what the back looks like. That towel's laying there because again, I just washed it, so I used it to dry everything off. This right here, we take out. It does come out pretty easily, but I love that, you know, if you wanted to hide some packages or suitcases or something, you could pull that out a little more. But when we're traveling, I usually take it out because it is a little hard to put a suitcase here with that there. And the seats do fold down, by the way, you can see right there. So there's the smaller one, and then this one, they fold down. And I always keep a big golf umbrella right there just in case we need it. It seems like we're always getting caught out in the rain at one point or another. So a little cubby down there. You can also buy like a net and attach it, you know, right here if you want to put that here. This is how you get underneath of it. I just keep my jumper cables in there. Speakers. You got little tie downs here. I have to say the only thing with this I don't love, one, it being black against, you kind of see dust or dirt, but these rails. Things slide around easy on them, even if you try to put them in between here. So sometimes you have to like kind of corral things where you want them, but sometimes things can slide on here. I wish it didn't have these. That's the only kind of thing I'd say I wish it didn't have. So these two are the same as in my last car tour. I always keep some kind of like bag that can keep things cool. We have an Atlas. This is a stadium blanket. This towel usually sits right here. And I have another little towel in there. And I think another small umbrella. This one's just bags. So, you know, just different bags. If I have a lot of stuff I need to take to the post office or want to bring in the grocery, like wine bags or something, I just keep these in here. And when we travel, this one in particular, I'll take out and leave in the garage. I always keep this one in the car, but I'll take that one out because I don't need it, and especially if we have a lot of things in here we need to pack. These bins, by the way, are from Target. And there is a tow hitch. That was something I wanted to make sure that it had as well. Okay, so we're in the garage now, and of course I have the door up, so we're good. So this is pretty much what the screen looks like. You can see nice and big. I think you end up having, you have 6 channels and you have another 6. I don't have SM satellite radio anymore, or XM, I mean. They give it to me free when I first got the car. But you have like media. Here's where you can do the cooled or heated seats, heated steering wheel. Here's where you have apps, climate. So obviously you can do the seats from here too, or you can change, you know, pretty much anything on here. And the navigation. So I forgot, it does have navigation, which is awesome. This is probably one of the most user-friendly navigation systems I've ever used. The Lincoln wasn't that good. Oh, my phone's inside, so it's not gonna be connected. And then here is what the backup camera looks like. I mean, like I said, this backup camera is amazing, so good. There you can see a little bit of the lights, and you can't really see, but they'll be lit up here and in the back as well. There's a little light here in the door as well. And then as far as the center console, it has a top one that is really shallow, and I just have like hand sanitizer, pen, Kleenex, some lotion. And then you can also lift it up for a much larger one. This is really, really deep. I just threw some napkins in here. I mean, we've got, you know, something, check air pressure, flashlights, you know, I have Advil, little koozies, you name it. There's all kind of stuff down there. It's really overloaded with napkins at the moment is why, but it's really, really deep. I like that. And I like that it's 2 different ones, so I can just easily lift up the front one. Here's what this looks like. I have 8,300 miles on it in a year and a half, so I'm doing really well. And then, of course, you can touch this button over here and it like goes through all different kind of things, you know, like most cars do these days. Oh, I do have paddle shifters, which I thought was kind of funny because my husband's BMW has paddle shifters, but that seems normal. In a Jeep Grand Cherokee, I don't really know why you'd need paddle shifters, but hey, they're there. And of course you can answer the phone from here. You program your phone, you know, like a lot of new cars do anymore. This is with the air. I do usually leave this off unless maybe I'm on a trip, especially in the car wash. I don't know if you guys notice, a lot of new cars anymore where it has the collision warning, car washes will mess that up, and sometimes I don't like it because, you know, the car freaks out and thinks you're gonna hit something, maybe even if you're not. So a lot of times, honestly, I just turn that off, but it is nice that you can turn it off or on. So that's what it looks like. Dual controls, of course. You know, again, kind of standard things that all new cars have anymore, but I really love it. This is honestly one of my favorite cars I've ever had. This is how you can open the sunroof. I did forget to mention that. And you can open the back, of course. So here is the panoramic roof, very large. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your questions below if you have any.